Good afternoon, hivers, or good morning, wherever you happen to be in the world. It's Melissa, and I just want to welcome you to Tea, Tarot and Tales on a Tuesday. Yep, I'm here in Central West New South Wales, and I am having a beautiful, beautiful day. It's just stunning. It's a little bit on the cool side, even though it's summer. So I just wanted to welcome you, and I just wanted to offer you love from my heart to yours, and I hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful night wherever you are. So I'm just going to just light this candle and just bring light into everybody's situation right now. Just bringing the light, cleansing all the atmosphere, cleansing all the negativity, and just bring light into all our situations at our homes and our families, our workplaces, our finances, our health, and everything that we need. To take a big, deep breath. May the fire just burn anything that's not for your highest good, only leaving the best of the best for the blessing. Beautiful. Now I'm just having my cup of Earl Grey. Have you got your cup of tea yet? Pause the video and go make yourself a cup of tea and we can sit down and have a chat. Because I really, really like the idea of just taking a load off and taking a breath and just allow yourself to be in this crazy world that we're all living and we're all experiencing it. So yes, sometimes we need to retreat into the hive like the bee and not allow that stinking negative energy to get into our sacred space. So go and get yourself a cup of tea and sit down and we can have a chat. And I'll let you know the cards that I've pulled for today. Are you back yet? So the three cards that I pulled today was very interesting because I started off and it was just all higgledy-piggledy all over the shop. Had to cleanse the energy, had to recalibrate and just get back into center because I've been rushing around all morning. I've been making dockers and I've been, getting myself all organized, and then everything just went pear-shaped. So I had to recalibrate myself, my own energy, and just allow myself to just sit back and just reground and just breathe. Because you know what? You can't save anybody from a sinking ship. So let's plug up those holes and let's just get moving. So the very first card that I drew this morning, sorry, should I say this afternoon? It's actually this afternoon, was Seven of Jars, but in the reverse position. Now this is a very interesting card because this person normally is a little bit nervous, a little bit, not a little bit doubting of self and wanting to do the best thing and the right thing by her, right? But in the reverse position, that means something or someone or even yourself is not being entirely honest. So what is that? Is that something that you want to believe, you feel you want to do, and you know that it's not going to be right for you, but you just want it anyway because of how it looks or how it sits, or other people are telling you it's the right thing? Is there somebody in your life that is a little bit on the deceiving side? They're not quite 100% honest. So yes, is that a relationship that you're having? Is that something that you've come in contact with, someone you've come in contact with, or is that just something that you've been lying to yourself about? Because we all have things that we try and tell ourselves things, we lie to ourselves frequently. Even if it's an old broken record that our parents used to say to us, our teachers used to say to us, or we've had a wound in the past that we just don't see things truthfully. We'll put on a rose-coloured glasses and we'll try and gloss over it like it's all happy, hunky-dory and everything's going really well, but not 100%. So if that's something that you've entered into, or if that's something that like an agreement or something, or you've been introduced to somebody, or even if it's a new relationship on the horizon, because jars represents emotions. So this is all wrapped up in something that is emotionally based. So are you trusting where you shouldn't trust? Are you being led up the garden path? Are you, just allowing yourself to be naive and gullible where you should be really taking a step back and just evaluating the situation? Because that's where the next card comes in. The Six of Swords. Six of Swords is literally about seeking safe sanctuary into a place where you can literally think clearly. So if this situation is bombarding you and you're feeling a tad overwhelmed and you're feeling like you're being pressured to do something that you're not really 100% happy with, this is telling you to do that. Telling you to take that place of, sanctuary, rest, retreat into a place or to somebody that you know and trust so that you can think clearly and get your thoughts clear. Because when you have this situation where something needs to be put to rest, that idea, that person, that relationship, whatever that happens to be, needs to have logic and rationale at, evaluating the situation. Because if you're just going with your heart and your emotions, something is deceiving you. Something is deceiving you. So if you take that safe passage, then you literally, and you start getting a clear path and you start getting clarity about the situation, then you can have a new beginning, a new journey. And this is the keeper. In traditional tarot, that's the Fool. That's who's starting out on their own journey, their new journey. They're excited about the journey, and they're taking and creating their own path. They're being the captain of their own ship. So if that's something that you're resonating with right now, and this is a timeless reading, this is not something that has to happen today, tomorrow, or even next week. But if it's something that's happening to you, that you're feeling that you've met somebody or you've come into contact with a situation that you're not 100% with, then take that time out, that Six of Swords energy, take that time out, talk to the people that you trust, and learn to captain your own ship. See that ship sailing off into the harbour, so that you can actually captain your own ship on your own journey, because this is something that is not really telling you the whole truth. So I hope that resonates with you, and I just want to tell you a little tale about that. Something happened to us in our situation. Many years ago, my husband decided that he wanted to get into a business with another gentleman that they both had a really good idea that they wanted to do. Primarily it was my husband's idea, but this gentleman could see the validity of it. And so they formed a partnership, and they registered the business and everything. But what my husband, unfortunately, in his naivety and his wanting to believe the person that he was getting into business with, this person actually registered the name under his name only, not my husband's name included. And then all of a sudden things started going very, very pear-shaped very, very quickly. And my husband lost the access to what he wanted to achieve in this business. And it was very, very unfortunate, because we were part of a very close-knit community in a synagogue in an area where there wasn't many Jewish people there. So it was very confronting with somebody within this within the actual community that was willing to deceive. So yes, and this person was known later to have quite significant mental health issues and a whole bunch of other major baggage going on. So yes, when you start seeing things and it starts to rip out the carpet from underneath you, when you've trusted wholeheartedly and walked into a situation where you really wanted to be trusting, and that happens to you, that's the universe, source, God, whatever you want to choose to actually do, is trying to send you messages. I've also had situations where I've had businesses in the past where I've trusted people that I've worked with, and they have undermined me, when I've always been as transparent as I possibly can, and that's the best way to be, because if you start, hiding things in shadows and not being 100% honest, you're always going to be chasing your tail to actually keep those lies up, keep that deception up, keep that belief system that it's all going to work out okay. And it doesn't matter if you cut corners, or it doesn't matter if you do a sly thing here, there, and it doesn't work like that, because whatever vibration you send out to the universe will come back to you, quite often multiplied fold. You do not want that sort of karma to bite you in the butt. So you need to be able to be as transparent and as honest as the day is long, and everything will work out for you for your highest good. Even if things go uncomfortable, it's so that you can learn your lesson clearly. Okay, you don't need to have, things that you have been underhanded with or cut corners with, or, I've been in situations where I could have very, very easily used second grade food products in my food production business, and thought, no, I'm dealing with people's health. I'm dealing with people who are literally consuming my product. No, 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 no. You don't dice around things like that. And you don't dice around with cutting corners in relationships, cutting corners with business, cutting corners with finances, cutting corners in anything. Never works out, ever, because you're sending out the wrong information and the wrong vibration, and it will bite you in the butt. So I'm letting you know now, these 3 cards, the reverse 7 of Jars, something or someone is deceiving you and is really undermining what you're trying to achieve. So recognize, just sit with it and find out exactly who. It could even be yourself. You could even try to be deceiving yourself. But take that moment to regroup, recalibrate, and just get your head clear. Do some more research. Think of other opportunities or other situations that are far more aligned with who you are and what you want to achieve. And you will find you'll be a much happier person captaining your own ship and being, able to choose whatever you want to do, rather than relying on other people's input, really. Yeah, so there you go. I hope that resonates with you guys. And as I said, have a good cup of tea, have a good afternoon, chill out, and just don't rush into anything. This world wants us to be fast-paced and rushing and pressured and just overwhelmed with too much to do. We just don't need to be doing things like that. We need to just take a load off and sit back and allow our bodies, our minds, and our emotions to process. And when we do, we will be able to be informed enough to take the right course of action, make the right choices, and not be fussed, not be, feeling bad afterwards because we cut corners. So don't cut corners, whatever you do. And I know this is a short one today, but I don't feel like you need to be bombarded with anything else. Take a chill pill and just find your own path. Be blessed, be loved, and much love from me to you. Don't forget to subscribe. I'd really appreciate that, because I'm only just starting out, and I really like to do this because I had a lot of women help me grow up over the course of my lifetime, and I really feel like there's a lot of women who could just sit down and just have a chat with each and every one of us. It's like being raised by a village, and there's so many people that can impart wisdom and knowledge without being like domineering. You don't need to have that like that, obligation. You just need to be free, and be free to be who you are. Don't feel obligated to anybody in this life. So enjoy yourself, be you, and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Lots of love from the Hive. Take care. Bye.